With the 7th pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select point guard Coby White out of North Carolina. Woo! Yes, guys, this selection has been made, and the Bulls have elected to go with a point guard in Coby White. And what this shows is that the acquisition of Kris Dunn and his inconsistency of really being able to, blossom into, a phenomenal, consistent player. And that's not to say that Kris Dunn can't get to that point, but now he is going to have a lot of challenges in the making, adding Coby White to the mix. And this adds to a excellent core group of players that the Bulls are now starting to build around, guys, as we have Zach LaVine, who averaged over 23.7 points a game last year in 62 games played. And we made another big trade last season, acquiring Otto Porter Jr., a player that I really think fits well into our system. And so he has been a nice addition. And if you saw last season, towards the end, we started to play a lot better basketball. And then also to add to Lauri Markkanen, the young player who has been so great, so instrumental on knocking down those three-pointers, guys. And so adding Coby White, wow, he is a very fast player. He can get out fast in transition, and that is going to look very nice on the Bulls, being able to dish out to Zach LaVine or an open Lauri Markkanen for a three, and just getting some nice ball movement going. I cannot be more excited, more thrilled for this young Bulls team. And one of the knacks on the Bulls has been that we lack a lot of leadership, and I think that's true as our team is a very young team. We are actually one of the youngest teams in the NBA with an average age range of 24.8 years old. And so this Bulls team needs some high-level leadership and, for these young players to continue to develop. And this system, man, it's just exciting, For a couple of years, the Bulls were kind of stuck in, a mediocre play of basketball, and now I feel like we are finally transitioning, guys, into an exciting team that is going to get better and better into the future. And so to get into Coby White's stats, guys, from college, he averaged 16.1 points per game and shot 42% on field goal percentage and had 4.1 assists a game. He also had 3 30-point games and was phenomenal on pick and roll productivity, guys. And he's been compared to Gilbert Arenas' style of play from the NBA. And, another side story of Coby White, some of the adversity that he has had to go through in his life. His father passed away, I believe, due to liver cancer 2 years ago when he was 17 years old. Huge props to Coby White for being able to fulfill his dream. And, excited to see him coming to Chicago. And, man, what an emotional story for him to go through. And, again, huge credit to him for not letting this obstacle in his life stop him from pursuing, what his dreams are. And I know that his father, would be very proud to see him getting selected today in the draft, man. How exciting. And so, guys, the speedy point guard, he can push the tempo for the Bulls and get them out on that nice run, for more offensive production. Wow, it's going to be fun to see. And so, guys, Coby White coming in at 6'4", weighing 191 pounds with a wingspan going 6'5", and also, guys, 5 games with 27 or more points. So he is a very prolific offensive scorer and, can score baskets. And, when you need a guy to score for you, dish the ball out to Coby White. He'll be able to get it for you. And, he's also a very good creator, guys, for himself in his footwork in terms of stepping back, creating, some nice distance, and also nifty ball handling moves to catch the defense off guard. So, some of the concerns, guys, we got to get into the concerns. As with any young developing player, there's always going to be a learning curve in which you just kind of have to go through that and continue to educate the player and learn from his mistakes. And so, it's going to be a huge year of growth for him to get out there and, just kind of get a feel for things, get a feel for the offense and, the rotation of players that the Bulls are going to have. And also, guys, it's very exciting because the Bulls, they have extended their head coach, Jim Boylan. I love what we saw out of Boylan. I think he brought a huge intensity out of the Bulls players last year, and I think that led to us playing much better towards the end of the year. And so to get into those concerns, guys, one of the concerns for Coby White is that as he's going into, basically driving to the hoop, he does have struggles of being able to knock down shots, as he missed 13 of 17 runner-up shots, and he shot 25% on pull-ups in the half court. So, really, those are some of the more difficult shots to take. You see it a lot with star players in the NBA. In the half court, they pull up, shoot a three. You'll see Kevin Durant do that, or Steph Curry, and these kind of guys. So that is an area of improvement that Coby White can advance on. His ability pulling up from half court, but that is going to take some time. And again, going through that learning curve. And also, one of the concerns is that he's very fast, and so sometimes he can lose control of the ball and, can turn the ball over a little bit, and also has a tough time being able to get extremely creative and really set up a lot of different open looks for his teammates. So again, I think that is going to take time for him to kind of learn through all of that, and then, he really will be able to develop into a very good decision maker, that can make big decisions down the stretch, transitioning the ball, when the Bulls are coming through that speed tempo. And again, that is going to put pressure on the defense. And, when you have shooters that can knock down threes, like the Bulls now, are starting to have, is going to create many more problems for defenses in basketball, and that is going to uptick, guys, our offense this upcoming season. So cannot wait. I'm so excited. I wish the season was already here, but we got to be patient. Now, to look at his defensive skills, now even at 6'5", with how tall he is, and his speed gives him a nice lateral quickness on defense. And due to his size, though, he probably will most likely be restricted to mainly guarding point guards. And, he can turn into a very excellent defender, defending against point guards. So I think going into the future, he will build upon that and become, the defender that the Bulls need to have success. And, if you remember from the Tom Thibodeau days, that was one thing we were really well known for. Even the year that we got all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, it was the Bulls defense that led the way with the likes of Keith Bogan and, many other players of that era. We went through a whole different type of transition of players, and having Derrick Rose. So, it is going to be huge for the Bulls to, now we're getting some nice offensive production. The defense is going to come along, and, it's always encouraging to have one of the youngest teams in the NBA, as we know it'll be a learning curve, but we know the ceiling really is the limit on how good these players can develop into. And so, a final thoughts on Coby White, the point guard, guys, and his future projections, what he can turn into. He can turn into a very effective point guard in the NBA due to his speed, his size, and his skill set. So this is going to be very interesting to see how Kris Dunn, now point guard of the Bulls, whom we acquired in the Jimmy Butler trade. And that trade is certainly working out to do wonders for us, as we acquired two really phenomenal players in our core four now, Lauri Markkanen and Zach LaVine. I just love how well these guys have played. And again, I'm so excited to see how I think Kris Dunn is going to become even better as a result of the Bulls drafting Coby White, and I look for that competition to, bring the best out of them, and, may the best man win for the starting job. And I think the Bulls will give Coby White a lot of minutes this season, so that is something I cannot wait to see. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and comment down below, Bulls fans. I would love to hear all of your guys' opinions, your perspective. What do you guys think of the Bulls selection of Coby White? Do you like the selection? What other direction do you think that we could have gone in? And do you think, do you think we picked the right player? Obviously there's always controversy. I like the selection. I like the type of player that we got. I like the capabilities of what he can bring to the table. Obviously, very young, and adding to our very young nucleus team that we have. So it's gonna be so much exciting, guys. Cannot wait to be talking Bulls with you. And as we get into the season, gonna be doing videos, guys, after every game, every Bulls game. It's gonna be exciting. Also, as I live in the Bay Area, going to be covering the Golden State Warriors, so it'll be exciting to see how that team is going to play out as they move into their new arena at the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. So guys, until next time, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day.